All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone's had a good middle of the week. We're on Wednesday, halfway through. Hope everyone's doing well. As usual, as everybody comes in, I see some returners here, which is fantastic. I see Chris, Dan, been in here before. John Grace, good to see you, my friend. It's been quite a while. Kyan, as always. If anybody is new in here, please put a one in the chat if you're new to Dubb. If you're just kind of starting to figure your way around the platform a little bit. You've been using it somewhat. And then a two, if you are returning. Like I said, the folks that I've noticed before, they're in here are great. Welcome back to all the returners. If there is something specific that you wanted to see, you can put that in the chat if you're returning. Like, hey, how do you do that LinkedIn thing? Or how do you do that? All that kind of good stuff. That would be fantastic. Reagan, let me see. Looks like you have put a one into the chat. You're new to Dubb. Let me come over to you. If you'd like to say hi, feel free. You can unmute yourself if you'd like to. If not, you can say hi in the chat. Sometimes I know people are multitasking, when you're kind of watching stuff and you're doing your thing. So if you can unmute yourself, you can do that. If not, oh, I saw you said hi in the chat. Perfect. Reagan, if you don't mind putting in the chat to your industry, that would be great. So typically when someone, if they're new to Dubb, it's always good to kind of have a little bit of a use case. Oh, mortgage loan officer. Perfect. Okay. So with the training that we're going to do now, Reagan, just so you have an idea, and the folks here that are returning have an idea here. We're going to run through a lot of the basics in terms of how to record, how do we customize. Now, within, mortgage, real estate, coaching, finance, I mean, it really has to do with, do they see you, hear you, and trust you? What are you doing for your videos? What's the kind of video you're recording? And are you making sure that the animated GIF, that video preview that you're recording, does it offer some kind of value when someone sees it where they can say, oh, I have a little bit of context. I understand what this video is probably going to be about. So I think that's a really big part of it. The other part of it is too, and most everyone here knows this, but Reagan, this is for you as well. All these trainings that we do, they're loaded onto our YouTube support channel. So I just dropped the link in the chat. So whenever we do these live trainings, if there's a part of it that you want to see again, whether it's about LinkedIn, how to video emails, customize the pages, anything specific in there in terms of the tech or strategy that we cover, people usually go to the recordings. They're usually on YouTube support by the end of the day, typically, or the afternoon, or they'll be there in the morning. So that's usually kind of the run through in terms of when you can re-access those areas. And that's a really good learning point. So welcome in, Reagan. Always good to have new folks, and obviously welcome back to everybody else that's coming in. We always love to see people returning, so it's great. Okay, so let me jump in here and let's just kind of go through this as a reminder. And it's always good for the returners as well because, people checking out some new things that we've added, and we have added some new things over the course of the last 6 months to a year. Basically, general, when you're logged in, this is always a great spot right down here. And I think most people use this, but you can ask the AI a question. You can talk to a team, human being on the team. You can search with keywords in here to get information on articles and videos. Like, hey, how do I do email sending? Tell me more about the desktop app. That's really a good spot. You also have the ability to go here under training over here to the right, and it's the second link right here. So when you select watch training, this is a really nice video library called Dubb Academy. It has a lot of orderly videos in terms of how to use Dubb and everything related to it. The videos aren't that long. Some of the automation ones are a little bit longer just because they're more detailed. But this is a nice little spot for learning. And obviously the link that I just put in the chat, Dubb support, a lot of videos in here. The longer ones are the training, and then the shorter snippet ones are little parts from the training or different parts of videos we've recorded that have titles to them in terms of how to do things. Now, as far as the recording goes, so here's an example of probably the simplest form you can get in terms of trying to, send a video out to someone. This is recorded with the Dubb webcam, basic website recorder right inside the platform. And all I do is I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone. So a little whiteboard feature on there. And over the years, the name has always worked well in terms of introducing yourself, even re-engagement. But what you're saying on the phone has to be something, because if it's not the name, it's got to be something that's at least related to, like if I spoke with Sarah previously and this was a follow-up, maybe that is something related to the conversation that we had. This can also be one to many. So you may have a group of contacts within your industry where maybe you have a webinar coming up. Maybe there's been a change in your industry, a rate change, an update on something. Maybe someone said no during a demo or a sales presentation. And you want to turn that no to a yes question mark, you could say, from no to yes question mark, or update for you since, whenever you last met. So these are very powerful styles for one-to-one or one-to-many if you have an update. Now, how I recorded this, I'm going to show you in a minute, but the whole idea behind this is when you hit record in any style that you're going to see, the first 3 seconds when you hit record is this animated video GIF preview. Now you can, with editing, take a different part of the video and make that the first part. But knowing that the first 3 seconds when you hit record, if you're doing jumping jacks, that's what's going to be. So we want to give it some context because it's already doing some selling right here before they even click on it, which is the advantage of really paying attention to what this is. Now you can also do a style like this that has a virtual background behind. So with that case, it could be someone's profile like you see here. It could be a screenshot that you have pointing something out. It could be a screenshot of a website, an article that you want to share, anything that's going to give a little hint to what this video is possibly going to be about. You also have another style right here. This is with the Dubb Chrome extension, which is a screen recorder. So if you want to share anything that's browser based and you want to give them a nice little preview of what this is about, because right here, I know this is a marketing update. Great. I'm pointing right at it. I'm right next to the title. But I could go a cut deeper and find a different part of the site, whatever industry that you're in, and say, this is the main point of my video. Because maybe I noticed something on their site that was why I'm reaching out. So really think about the context. We also have a screen recorder called the desktop app, which basically is free from the browser, like the Chrome that you just saw. This one can fly over the top of anything, whether it's a document, Canvas slide, website, video, really kind of frees you up. You can record in different orientations. So the desktop app that we're going to cover is pretty expansive. And then we also have the mobile app, which picture-in-picture function here, popular with real estate folks in terms of property walkthroughs, but a really nice way to use two cameras on the phone and kind of show what's in front of you in a different way. If you weren't in real estate and you were in your office or your home office or you had someone's profile pulled up on your computer, this is again just another different visual way for someone to see something that's interesting and have some context. And that's really what the first half of this is really all about when you record here. Now, when someone does click on these, it's really important to say, okay, what's going to happen? Well, they're going to end up on a customized landing page. We call these presets. Now, from this point, you've got your branding at the top, you've got the video that you've already recorded, and then you really want to have some good playlist videos in here. Now, the playlist videos not only give someone more information about what you're doing, but it really frees you up in this first video to not have to say, hey, I'm Rob, and this is what Dubb's going to do, and blah, blah, blah. I can really focus on the person or the group that I'm reaching out to. And what is that hook? What is that message? Why are they going to stop and watch this? Because technically, the animated GIF should give them a little bit of a, this sounds interesting. They click on it, and then what's the first thing that you say? So we found from feedback over the years, it's, hey, what kind of value you bring? Like, hey, listen, I just want to share this guide with you below here, or I wanted to let you know about this one thing that you should be doing, or maybe you haven't heard of this. So it's giving information and education. And then you can always say, check out this next video that's going to talk a little bit about what we do. So that next video you can record one time, it's a minute or less, and it's a nice pitch video. And you don't have to keep repeating yourself. So it's really nice having something you record once that will seamlessly play right after the video you've recorded. And then, of course, testimonials are awesome. If you have video testimonials, definitely add them into the playlist, and I'll show you in a second a good way to get them. But below here, you have your call to action buttons. These are the main stars of the show because once they're done consuming the content, what do you want them to do? Book a time, calendar links, those are big ones. Websites, links. They can download documents, contracts, listing agreements. They can fill out a form. You can have a link to an external form. You can email someone back. There are a number of choices. But when you do have multiples, definitely put them in order of importance, left to right. And if you have one, because sometimes people just have one, they want you to focus on that one thing, just have that one button. Now, reply with video is a really cool way to get video testimonials. So instead of meeting in Zoom and having to edit it, you can send someone a video with this button below it and say, hey, Darius, it's Rob. Listen, super easy way to get video testimonials. We would love to hear your story. Don't worry, you don't have to download anything, nothing fancy. Click reply with video below and let me know what have you enjoyed about the platform. Or whatever questions you normally ask, they shoot it back to you. And now you've got this right here in the playlist. So really focusing on that one person or that group of people, what's that message? Having a video you record one time that plays in your playlist, and then having video testimonials, this is a great combination. Now, over here to the right, the last part of this page is our AI sales assistant, Sia. Now, you don't have to have this on a page. It's not a requirement. You could go inside Dubb and just turn it off if you'd like to. But the thing that we've seen since adding Sia to the pages is it enables someone a really nice way to immediately interact in here and get more information before maybe they book a time or they take that next step that you want them to. You can have up to 20 FAQs. You can ask the AI a question. And when you do ask Sia a question, Sia is going to respond with the answer, but it's also going to push for something at the end. So depending on what you want them to do next, in my case, it's, hey, I'd love for you to book a time on my calendar. So it will answer and then push for something there. Sia can also collect email, phone, and name if you need to. And these are just little buttons inside of the platform. Now, from a training that we have specifically on how to do this, but from a high level, you can educate your SIAs with website links, individual website pages. It will physically learn what's in text on those pages. And you also can upload a PDF as well. So you can have an all-knowing SIA that knows everything about your business, or you could have specific SIAs that know about certain parts of your audience and things that you do. Now, the whole idea when you look at this page is you want to customize it for segments of your audience. And we help you do that on a paid plan. Once you upgrade to Dubb, we have a team that meets you in Zoom, help you with the setup and everything. But when you think about these pages, like if I was in coaching and consulting and I worked with, say, healthcare and I worked with tech clients, I would want a page that speaks specifically to tech. I would want a page that speaks specifically to healthcare. Any industry can be split up in different parts of your audience. And then because you're going to have different, probably video testimonials, maybe a different playlist video that plays there, and maybe a different call to action and tone in terms of the part of your audience. So that's a big part of it. The last part is the tracking. So when you send these things out, you're going to know, hey, is anyone clicking on the emails? Are they clicking on the buttons here? Are they watching the videos? And if they are watching the videos, what's the watch rate? Is it 0, 50, 100, 10? What does that look like in terms of your response? Because when you follow up, you want some good things to say, like, hey, I know you saw this video, but I saw that you missed this part about this. You can really lead with the information that maybe they didn't get. Now, as far as the styles and ease of record, let's take this one right here. So if you want to record this, and this is the way a lot of people do this, you can record this style or you can record this one. So right from within the platform, all you have to do is go to the top, click our red camera icon. This is where you can upload a video into Dubb or record. And when you do select this, this is where it opens up right here. Now for the virtual background behind, just go below, select virtual background. You can go to any of the selected ones we have down here, but I think the best way to go is go to your photos and take some screenshots and upload them into this area. Then it creates a nice little library for you. And then you have the ability to put people's profiles behind you. That works well. Articles that you want to share within your industry, screenshots that you have, properties in real estate, company websites, anything you want to put behind you that's going to give context to the point of the video. Now, when you're recording these here, some best practices, have some good front light. Keep your arm, I always say dinosaur arms, T-Rex arms in here, so you're not going out into the soup and they disappear. So do all your movement within here. And then if you can, it's always nice to have some kind of flat background behind you. If you have objects, just pump up the light in the front and it should help out pretty good. Now, if you want to do the phone, where it's the name or the message or the hook that you want to have on there, get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app, it's going to give you a number of options on here, which we're going to cover in a little bit. But right now, I'm going to show you this right here. So let me show you this. So when you get the mobile app, here's the home area right here. And all you have to do is select this button right here. And when you select that button, you're going to open up a place to type. And when you do that, all you have to do is type the name, the message, whatever you decide for the hook. And then all you have to do is hold it here and then turn it. So it's nice and simple. And then you can bring it up into frame or you can lean forward, do something interesting with this for that animated part of the GIF. Now, this recording here, you have options. Take advantage of the framing. If you want a little tighter frame, you can move that in before you hit record, or you can back it up. And teleprompter wise, if the folks that have used teleprompters know how awesome they are because they make it so efficient. And once you get used to using it and it sounds natural, it's pretty awesome. So if you click in here, all the recording options have this. You can go right to scripting to create a script within the Dubb platform or copy and paste. You also can scroll for for scripts you already have saved within the platform, or you can search by name. Now, when it comes up, Arm distance away is pretty good. You're going to let the words flow up into the top eye line. This is your speed. Play button to test it. Back the text off or zoom it in. And then when I hit record, this is what this thing looks like when you put it together. It's nice and simple. Hey, Rob, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video automation and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. Now, a lot of the times when you have these videos you're making, take a little break, hit the pause button if you want to. If you're in a flow, just keep flowing. If not, you can hit record, stop, and you can pause, stop, pause, resume. You have that right there. If you want to delete, you can delete right here. And if you want to save it into the platform, it's always the blue check mark. That's going to save it into Dubb. And if you want to close the teleprompter, just tap this here. So again, this is a really nice way to put a face with the name. If it's to a group, what's the statement or question to the group that you're updating on? What can they relate to? Why would they want to click on it? And obviously, the most non-technical thing you can do is always smile. So when you click the check mark here, here's it's going to save it into the platform. Once it's saved in here, any video you save into Dubb, you're always going to land on the video edit page inside the platform. And that's where you can do a number of things that we'll pop back over to. But the next style that we're going to look at is going to be this one. So right inside here that I showed earlier, the Dubb Chrome extension, browser-based, any website you want to share, okay? So an example there would be, like I said, anything here, but you want to take some things into consideration. So when you're sharing these browser-based areas, websites, whatever your industry is, pick a cool spot to be part of the profile. You know, I'm right next to the title. Pick an area that makes sense. If you're reaching out on LinkedIn, as an example, this is a style that a lot of folks use, and it's a good one. It's way better than seeing the text-based messages that you get. So get the Dubb Chrome extension. It sits right up here at the top. You can Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's like a three-step process. Once it's pinned up here, you click the button, and it's going to put you on the page. You want to pay attention to three things: size, placement, and shape. So size-wise, I don't want to go too big because I might as well just go webcam if I can't see any of the background. So I want to go right in here. I want to change my shape. You can change it down here to circle, match Ruben. And I also want to think about placement. Where do I want to put myself? So I'm going to put myself right next to him. You also can come in here and zoom yourself in. If you want like a tighter frame, you can back yourself up. You also can physically move yourself around here inside the bubble. You can jump to full screen if you want to make points on something. And you have an annotation tool right over here to point things out if you want to point things out during the recording, which is what a lot of people do. Now you also have the option to turn your webcam off. You can do an audio walkthrough if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it for initial outreach. If you know the client, you can totally do that. You also can use your headshot if you want to. But for the initial saying hello, this is the best. And then you also can click in here and put a virtual background behind you like we were just looking at. And then also you have access to a teleprompter. So again, all the recording types have access to this. Some are just a little different than others. So for this one here, you can access your script like we did before. You have your scroll, there it is. You can hit the play button, back your text off or zoom it in. This one's a little bit different because you can take the sides like this and you can physically move it wherever you want to. So in my case, I'm just going to go up towards the camera at the top and there it is. And you also want to leave a little bit of space up here because the Chrome extension is browser based. If you decide to go full screen, you're going to hide the teleprompter and you physically won't be able to get to it. So you want to leave a little bit of a gap. So when you hit record, you're able to tap this thing to bring it forward to be able to use it. Now there are three orientations you can record with. You can do full screen, you can do camera, which is like a webcam, or you can do tab. I think tab's the best one because it really focuses on the page. You won't see the tab mess that I have at the top. And then to hit record, this is what this would look like. You're going to choose your page. There it is. I'm going to hit share. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown that we saw before, and now I'm recording. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. Saw your profile on LinkedIn. Wanted to reach out to you because I didn't know you were an author. I didn't know you wrote a book. Check this out. So again, pointing, waving, knocking on the bubble, anything fun that's going to repeat there. And once you start going, you want to jump to full screen. Jump into full screen, you can do in a couple ways. You can hover over your bubble and double click with the mouse, double click to go back. You also can click the button below that says expand webcam. Brings you here, go back to the page. But when you do jump here, it's a really nice way to break the visual, say something that matters. So we always talk about opening with a hook. So why not jump to full screen, say it right to the person, and then come back to the page. And then whatever you're showing on here when you're scrolling around, when you want to make a point, jump to full screen, go back to the page. And then you can use these annotations to really do some underlining, some arrows. You can do some text on screen if you really kind of want to hammer home a point on something. You also can put things in numerical order. You have a pencil that you can draw. So if you want to get creative and you want to really make a point about something, you can do that with freehand. And all of these annotations will stay where they're supposed to stay. So if I continue down and want to talk about something else, they're not going to follow me down the page. Now you can delete them as well, and then they're gone. Now we also have the pause button down here. So if you do want to pause the recording, you don't take a break. You don't have to rush through it all. Hit the pause button, and then when you're ready again, click resume. And then when you're ready to save this into the platform, it's going to be the blue check mark right at, well, actually it's black, the black check mark down at the bottom, and that's going to save it into the platform. And again, it will take you to the video edit page inside of Dubb, where you always will land when you record something inside of there that we're going to look at in a little bit. But that is a really nice way to share websites, explain things, be on the page that's browser based. Now, if I wanted to share this with Ruben, I just made that nice video for him. If I wanted to share it with him, I want to connect with him first on LinkedIn, just send a little connector message, whether it's, manual or use something like Expandy or something like that that will connect to the platform. You don't want to send a video with a connection request because it will just show as a link. You won't get that nice, pretty animated GIF that you worked hard on. So seems most people connect. Once they're connected, then click the message button down the bottom. And then you have the ability with the integration we have with LinkedIn to click the Dubb button here, opens up, and then you can start scrolling right through the video library down here at the bottom. Find the video you recorded. We see it's right there. Click insert video. And then all you have to do is highlight here and change the text to something a little more specific. And then click send. And then Ruben's going to see that nice setup right in his inbox that looks way better than anything else that probably people are sending. Now, another screen recorder that we're going to look at is the desktop app. So the one we just looked at right now is the Chrome extension. The desktop app is going to be this. So you just Google Dubb desktop app, and then let me open this up here. I'm going to click record screen. Actually, let me make sure that this is showing. Let me redo this again. I was just using the desktop app yesterday for some content. So the desktop app has a button that says show the tools or don't show the tools. So now you should be able to see it. So here's the menu right here. I'm going to click record screen. And then when it opens up, here are some options and some similarities and some differences that you're going to have with the desktop app and the Chrome extension that we just saw. So first, let's start with the similarities. So similar first, webcam. Does all the same stuff that we just looked at. Similar as well, this annotation tool we have right here. Now we also have a teleprompter. Now the teleprompter is a little bit different. It can move around like the Chrome, but when you select a script, you have a cool first option right here. First option you're going to see is auto track, which is voice recognition. So if I was going to hit record, I could start reading the script and it's going to go at my pace, slow, fast, whatever I want. I also, if I don't want to use auto track, I can click the button closed and now I have auto scroll, just like we just saw with the other two website recorders and the Chrome extension. So it really depends on what works best for you. For me, different days, sometimes I'm in different moods for different things. And then to close it, you can close it. Now, another major difference is right here, down at the bottom. This red slash in this square right here. What that means is when I hit record, I'm getting my entire desktop screen. But if I get rid of this red slash, now I have some options. You'll notice there's a drop down here for a number of things. Custom is the first one, which means I can crop around anything I want to crop around. So I can be a different part of a website, an article, a contract, a listing agreement, anything that you want to get very specific on. I also can take this here and go landscape for YouTube, 16 by 9. I can even go 9 by 16 and go portrait and have it right here and have it on the top of anything that I want to right from my desktop. Now, another neat thing is the recording itself. So when I hit record down here at the bottom, I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown like we did everywhere else. All right, here I am recording. I can hit the pause button, cool. But the difference is the check mark. So normally with Dubb, when you click the check mark, it saves it into the platform. Not in the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, what does it do? Hey, you just recorded a clip. The desktop app is a clip recorder. So you're going to record a number of clips, merge them at the end into one video. The neat thing about clip recording is it gives you the ability to drag and drop videos from your computer, any MP4 videos that you have. Also, any video that you save into Dubb has an MP4 version you can download. So I can download something and just add it and make it part of the story here. Now, what you just saw right here was a screen recording. I have three different creative options to the bottom left to continue recording my clips. So if I select the one all the way to the left, it says record screen video, which is what I just did. I can select that again. It's going to take me right back to where I was, and I'm just recording a second clip in the style that I was just doing. I'm going to hit the check mark again, and there it is. And I can physically move these clips in any order that I'd like to. I don't have to be chronological. I also can download or delete each individual clip, which is nice because you could record an awesome first clip, but maybe you're not a big fan of the second one. You can lose the second one and not lose the first one. I also have the option to go to a webcam style recording if I want to keep putting these clips together. So click the webcam button at the bottom, opens up my webcam. And now this could be a welcome to this video. This could be, I just want to take a second and talk about this one thing. It could be, thanks for watching this video. Click below to book a time with me. And again, you can move it in any order you want to. The last creative option you have down here is called Dubb Narrator. And I use this a lot. Like this is where you can play a pre-recorded video inside of the bubble. The reason it's great to use for us when we're doing content, I could write a script, record from my webcam, everything that I want to say, example about the desktop app. And then I could take that pre-recorded video and just open up the desktop app or wherever I want to show, put it on top of it. And all I have to do is hit record, scroll around, point things out. I can relax and just do what I want to do while the pre-recorded version of me pretty much does all the work. So if you have a pre-recorded version of yourself or of someone else or whatever it is, you can take that and put it on top of anything. So if I select the narrator video option, it takes me to my video library. And then in here, all I have to do is just find, okay, what's the video I want to use? I have a lot of narrator ones in here. So if I grab this one, let's just say, let's see, what one do I want to do? Let's grab this one. So I can grab this one here. I can make it any size I want. I can hit record, and this is what it would be like.
Hi, it's Rob from Dubb. I noticed that you put your email in for a free trial on Dubb, and I wanted
And I can hit the pause button, pause down here, click the button, and then next thing you know, you got that clip. Now, when you're ready to combine all of these clips into one video, all you have to do is click the edit button all the way to the right, and it's going to merge our clips together. And once they're merged, then you have the ability to hit the play button here. All right, here I am recording. And you have a full editor right here in the desktop app before you even save it into the platform. So I can hit play and let it run, or I can drag my timeline to any point that I want to cut. So let's just say it's this one right here. Scissor icon splits our clip into two, drag it to the second cut point, scissor, split it into two. Now I've got three pieces. Which one do I want to get rid of? Just click on the one that you do, select the trash can, and it's gone. And if I want to bring everything back, click the undo button. Undo, 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 and you are right back to the beginning. You also have the ability to hit the Smart Cut button right here, which gives you the ability to get rid of all the silences in your videos. The pink areas, those are all the silences. You can have a tighter cut if you want to, if that's the style you want. Then you can download the MP4 and you can upload this right into the Dubb platform. Now, the last thing that we're going to be looking at here in terms of recording is going to be the mobile app. So the mobile app is really good in terms of the cameras are always great on the phones. You can go portrait, you can go landscape, and it's another way to record to give someone a diversity of visuals that they're seeing. Maybe you do a lot of webcam or screen stuff, but maybe you want to send a quick video that's about a certain piece of information that you want to share, whether they're already a client or maybe they're a prospect. So again, it's about how are you kind of breaking through visually a little bit when they see these different kinds of videos. So this is what this is going to look like, and this is how you would record on the mobile app. So once you have the mobile app, this is going to be the home area. Now from the mobile app, you have your video library right here in the middle. So if I wanted to share a video, I'm just going to grab a video here. Let's just grab this one. And then I can click the blue share button right here at the bottom or in the middle. And I can click copy for email or copy for SMS and then paste it where I want to. I can share it on social with that little button up there at the top. I also have the ability to go right here inside the platform and go to scripts if I want to add a script. I also can use the AI writer right here in the dashboard if I want to use Ira. Now to record, you're going to hit the blue camera icon at the bottom, and that's going to open up your camera. Now, when it does open up, here's some options for you. It's always on 1 minute. When you first get the app, it'll say 1 minute. I always slide mine to 10 so I'm not cut off. To record, you're going to hit the button at the bottom, and now you are recording. You can see that here, and you can see it at the top. Tap the circle again. There's your clip. So just like the desktop app that we just saw, mobile app is the same thing. It's a clip recorder. So this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area. I'm going to select the record button one more time because I want to have some multiple clips in here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. There's my second clip. And again, I can physically move these around. I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide. I also can tap on a clip individually, and I can delete, trim, or edit. Now, if I select the edit button, I can do music if I want to. We have a whole library of music you can add if you want to do that. I would say just make sure the volume's low. You can do text on screen if you want to.
Button one more
Anything you
time
want
as
to
well.
add here, hi John, hello to someone, some messaging, anything you'd like. You can do voiceovers right on the clip, or you can do a voiceover at the end if you want to. And you also can speed up the action if you need to speed up the action, all from within each clip right here. Now, over here to the right, you've got some important icons. The one at the top is going to record what's in front of you. This one right here is a countdown timer. You can do 3 or 10. I like 3 because it matches everywhere else in the platform. And 3, 2, 1 seems like just the right amount of time to get a smile and get ready to go. Teleprompter is right here. So the teleprompter, you can click in here to find your script just like we did before. And when you find your script, then you have a choice of, okay, do I want to use the speed here? Like what speed works for me? Is it 1? Is it 10? Is it 5? Hit the play button, see if you like that speed. Now, if your eyes are not staying at the top, letting the words flow up, either increase the speed, because if you find yourself looking down, or you can drag the guardrails up like this. And then there's nothing to look at here. You got to stay at the top. It's kind of a nice little option if it's an issue. And then you also can edit the script on the fly with the pencil icon. Now, if you have an iPhone, this is an option for you. Android, as I've said before, hopefully will be any day. You click the gear icon here and you can go to auto track. And auto track is just like you saw with the desktop app. So when I hit record now, it's going to go at my pace when I'm reading the script like this. Welcome into this video about how to use Kyra, your AI-powered video coach that will give you immediate and non-biased feedback on the videos that you record. So it's kind of nice. So it's really more, you just find the style that works for you. Just either way, no matter which one you use, give it a read through beforehand so the words don't surprise you. That's the biggest thing in using the teleprompter. And then tap the X to close it. Now, if you recorded a video outside of the mobile app and you want to add it down here, no problem. Just go to the folder button here. It brings you to your photo video area on your phone. Find the video you want, click add clips, and it will drop it in right here. And if you ever want to record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use filters, this gives you skin smoothing, gives you black and white, all kinds of different color gradations you have down here at the bottom. If you want to use picture in picture, like we saw in the beginning, it's this button right here. Again, really good for property walkthroughs, but again, it could be for any industry you're in, where you want to show what's in front of you, a product or service, something on your computer. You can make yourself bigger, you can zoom yourself in, the background in, lots of options. And then the last one is going to be the virtual background. So like we saw with the webcam, you can do people's profiles, articles, company sites, whatever you want. Screen grab it on your phone, go here, and then you just go to your photo video area on your phone, select the photo that you want, put it behind you, and then start talking about it in any frame way you want to do it. And then when you're ready at the end to merge all these together into that one video like we did with the desktop app, hit the blue button to the top right. That's going to merge your clips together. And then you can have a finished copy that's been downloaded on your phone. And then you also can upload it right into the Dubb platform right here by clicking the upload button. Now, once you've recorded your videos and you have them inside of the platform, because remember, it's going to take you to the video edit page when you save a video, what do you do then? Well, then it's really a big part of it is about customization. So if we take that video that we recorded earlier and we go right inside here and say, okay, here I am in the video edit page. I can change the title at the top. I can preview what this page looks like with this little square button opens up here on a separate tab. So, okay, I like everything is set up the way I want it. You also have the ability to hit a little drop down here and you can change it to a different preset landing page if you want to. So like we talked about when I was talking about presets earlier, you want to have the landing pages for different segments of your audience. So you can change that. You can take this one video and change everything about the background if you wanted to. You also have in here analytics, obviously. So when you send this video out, it says no activity yet because, we haven't sent it anywhere. But if you do, you can say, hey, who's clicking on the buttons, who's clicking on the emails, who's watching the videos, what's the watch rate? And you also have Kyra. which is an AI video coach right inside the platform here that will give you a delivery analysis on these words. And when you click generate, it will give you feedback on your content and on your visuals. You also have an editing tab right within the platform. Now, the editing tab, let me click another video just because this one is still transcoding. But if we take this one here, if we click the editing tab, then we have the ability to play the video.
Hey, Jim, with
We have the ability to drag the timeline like we did before. And then this one is very similar, just scissors, scissors, and then whatever is highlighted in orange, delete, and then bring back with the undo if you want to. Now, if you did edit this a bunch and you don't want to hit the undo a bunch of times, don't hit save. Just go to the top, download the MP4, like we were saying before. Every Dubb video has an MP4 video you can download. Download it to your computer, click replace, click save, and you're fine. Now, once you record this video, you got it on a landing page. To send it simply, you would do like this. You come over here to an email, open up a send. Always put the word video in the subject line. Really helps with the opens. Put some text in here in terms of why to watch the video. And then you can add it in a couple ways. One is going to be with the shortcut, like we saw with LinkedIn. This is with the integration we have with Gmail, Outlook 365, it's off to the right. You can select this button here, start scrolling through your video library. Here it is. There's the video that I want. Click Advanced Options. Put that email in of the person you're sending it to. Add some personalization text if you want. And then click Insert Video, and it pops it in just like that. Now, if you want to add a video in here from the platform, any video that you select will always have a big blue share and send button. Click it here. Again, put the email in. You can put some personalization text if you want to. Click copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste, and it will drop it in just like this. Now, if you are using a CRM that you like, just go here, advanced options. We have HubSpot, Salesforce, Go High Level, Follow Up Boss, all kinds of companies we integrate with. So if you do have your workflows all set up, just add video to them. If you want to use Dubb as a CRM, you can do that. Upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, and tags. You can do campaigns. You can do bulk send with email and SMS. You also can do automation on our higher tier Plan Pro Plus if you want to do automated workflows. Now, the last thing we're going to be looking at here is the AI component. So we have an AI writer here right in the dashboard. So we have a little profile feature. You see it says basic and sales. The reason we have this profile feature set up is, let's say I'm in coaching and consulting and I have tech and healthcare, two parts of my audience. I can set up tech profile, healthcare profile. And then what I can do is I'm basically answering questions for the AI about this particular part of my audience and the outreach. I can choose my preferred tone of communication. I can even choose a method writing structure called have. H is open with the hook. A is address their needs. V is value. E is extend a compelling call to action. Now, you don't have to use this, but again, it's there so you have that structure if you want it right away. So then all I have to do is say, okay, what part of my audience am I working on right now? All right, it's my tech audience. I select that one. I come down here to my prompts. I choose a prompt. And then I just finish this here on why tech is amazing for sales. Choose my length, click submit. And then the AI is going to take into account everything that I've just taught it about the profile, the audience, the tone of communication, what it's all about, why I'm reaching out. And then it'll apply the hook, everything else. And then you can have this read back in a voice if you want to hear it read back. You can copy to a clipboard. You can import it directly into scripts inside the platform, which is what we do all the time. Get something done, load it into a teleprompter, record the video, and it's done. It's pretty efficient. And then you also can import this to a voice video. So if you ever had one of those days where you're like, you know what, I don't feel like being on camera. I don't want to use my voice. I don't want to send just a text-based message. I want something a little bit more. You can upload a photo here to the right, choose an AI voice down here at the bottom, and you can send a video out like that. You also can import this to an avatar video. So we have a whole library of avatars you can choose from. You also can create your own by clicking here, give it your own give it an AI voice, and now you have an asset to share. Now you can use these in email campaigns, or you can use them for screen recordings where they can walk through something on the screen or on top of a document. Maybe it's educational, maybe it's administrative, however you wanted to use it. The last part of the dashboard here is right up here at the top, and this is auto. We just added this about, I think it's been about almost 6 months. maybe less. And then this is a little guide in here. So you can ask Otto anything you'd like in terms of Dubb, the platform, how to do things. It's really good in terms of giving you strategy and advice. It's like your own little guide right here inside the platform. And then lastly, be a partner. Most of you here that are returners know about this, and if you don't, especially new folks, click apply now. It creates a little referral link for you. We do a 30% recurring commission on anybody that subscribes to Dubb, and it's really a wonderful way to really not only share about Dubb, it's also a way to make a good income on that as well. Because even from a standpoint of like if you have Pro or Pro Plus, and you get a number of people coming in, it's really a really nice way to have a free account. And we can pay you to be, using Dubb. It's not the other way around. So I think that's a really big part of it as well. Okay, so let me pop back over here inside here. Let's check this out. Okay, mortgage, here we go. Let's see. Reagan, are these features available recording from my cell phone as well? So Reagan, let me, yes. So basically when you record the features that you have, if you record right from your phone, whenever you set up a landing page, like a preset, like we talked about before, you have that all set up. If I was to hit record on my phone, that default landing page will be set up already. So I could record on my phone, send it, and when someone gets it, it's going to have those buttons, everything on that page because I set it up in the dashboard already. So if you want to change anything, the best way to do that is within the dashboard or apply it. You could change your default if you wanted to, and it could change to a different landing page. Hope that answers your question there. Let's see. Kyan, every time I do my sales assistant, I get the message through the mobile app. It looks like there's a spam text on Dubb. Okay, Ina, can you see that message there from Kyan inside the hi Ina, inside the chat there? The last
Yeah,
one?
like, so I didn't get anything in the chat. Not sure why.
Oh, weird. Okay. So, Kyan,
Weird.
he said, every time I do a sales assistant and I get the message through the mobile app. So I would imagine that's the notification from the sales assistant that it's communicating
Yes,
with that person. Yes.
yes, that's right. Actually, you get that notification and then an email as well, just to be sure that you after you get busy, you'll still stay on top of your audience or that lead or whoever has that contact with the sales assistant.
Now, he was saying
So
it
you can
didn't.
do your follow up there.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, he was saying it didn't say a name, but I think for SIA, you'd have to have the collection of the name, right? Like you'd have to have it checked within SIA to say name. So it would ask for the name. That way, the message can be relayed with the name.
Mm-mm, correct. That's right.
Yep. So, Kyan, what you do is inside SIA, what you would do is do this. Let me share my screen. Inside assets here, you're going to go to sales assistants. And then when you're in here, just choose the one that you have, click the edit button. And then down inside here at the bottom, see where it says lead capture? Just click first name, last name, whatever you'd like, and then hit save. And then when you get that message on your phone or within the platform that says, hey, Ina was communicating with your SIA, that's what will happen. And you'll have
Mhm.
that there. And then Regan, I saw another question for you. Regan, when I use a digital background, there's quite a bit of blurring around me. If I put a white or green screen behind me, would that minimize the blurring and look more crisp? Yeah, what you can do also is, let me just pull up this up here. Let me show you this. So within the website, if you're doing the webcam right here, it's always nice to have the edge blur all the way down. If you have it up, it's a little more ghosty on the edges, but if you have it all the way down, that helps. Also, if you have a good front light, that's a big thing too. Also, you want to have, if it's possible, some some flatness behind you. If there's a lot of objects kind of like right behind you, it can kind of mess with the edges a little bit. You also could, if you wanted to, like if you were doing a video and you had yourself on top of a website, per se, you could open up the Chrome extension, put yourself inside the bubble instead, and that would cut down on the background behind you if you wanted to do that. The other part is the mobile app virtual background is pretty good as well that I showed at the end of the mobile app. You could also do that as well. Hopefully that helps there for you, Reagan. And then cool. Okay, perfect. Um, all right. So, hey, any last questions before we go? Anybody? Anything on anyone's mind? John, Doug, Joe, anybody? Mark, want to jump in? Anything? Reagan, I know this is your first time kind of seeing things. Oh, great. Very informative. Awesome. Really appreciate that. I will put this in here for you, especially for you, Reagan. We tell this with everybody, and there are people that take advantage of this, which is awesome. Feedback at Dubb. I just dropped it in there. So when you're trying this out, if you want to say, hey, there's my use case, send us a video and we can give you feedback on it. It's a nice little way to kind of know you're on the right path, or we can give you a slight adjustment that makes sense. So, cool. Ina, anything on your mind before we go? Anything you want to add?
I think you covered it all. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, John, hey, listen, good, my friend, to see that. You covered so much. You need a coach and walk me through. Hey, listen, just get a hold of our team, John. We have a lot of good support stuff. John, you always make good videos. John's very creative. He has a nice way of reaching out that he does. So he has great delivery, good voice, all that kind of good stuff. But I think at the end of the day is you just got to be yourself. They don't have to be perfect because half the time that you're sending a video out to a prospect, they're not even getting a video. So if you just smiled and did this, you're already like 10 leagues ahead of like anyone else that's not even sending video. So that's a big part of it. Okay, so this recording is going to be on YouTube support probably by later today. And thank you so much for coming, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow. Ina, thanks for the support as always.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.